Class is dismissed, boys and girls.
You're in. Let's go!
Previously on the YTV Retrospective.
Can't sleep. Clowns will eat me. Can't sleep. Clowns will eat me. Ah, the most wonderful time of year. Christmas. A time of carolers singing, silver bells ringing, and lots of Christmas specials airing. Whether it was a local TV station airing cheesy movies, or one of the big stations like CBC or Global airing the more traditional specials. In my opinion, YTV goes all in much more on Christmas than they do on Halloween, and it definitely shows. Airing older specials that many channels wouldn't really pick up nowadays, like Yogi's First Christmas or A Muppet Family Christmas. It's a blast from Christmas past, if you will.
The heck you say?
But they do also air their own original specials that have become very well known. And this may be one of their earliest holiday specials.
Check this out. Everybody. Check it out.
Today we're going to take a look at a special that unfortunately did not get that limelight. Or if it did, not for very long. For this, we may need to look at some familiar faces that we've talked about in this retrospective before, but we haven't really discussed in full. The original sidekick to the PJs? The Grogs! The Grogs were created by Jamie Shannon and Jason Hopley in 1992, who would later create shows such as Nanaland and Mr. Meaty. The Grogs were puppet co-hosts that were opposites to the PJs on program log intervals, assisting and conversing with them about what was coming up or helping with arts and crafts. Among the Grogs were Gideon the Lizard, Rosencrantz the plant-loving dragon, Jasper the rabbit, Filth the hairball with eyes, Sorbet the fashionable drama queen, Iffer,
A Grog with really long arms.
the giant cupcake, and the most popular of the bunch, Warren Chester Grog. This cast of puppets were very successful, as they had a special in 1992 in collaboration with Jumbo Video called YTV's Festival of Friends, which was about the PJs and Grogs hanging out at the amusement park Canada's Wonderland in Vaughan, Ontario, while also showing the concert film there that provides support for the Kids Help Phone. This featured children's entertainers such as Sherry Lewis with Lamb Chop and Kiddio. Today we'll be taking a look at a special starring the gang, as they search for a big fat guy in a red suit. From December of 1993, this is the Grogs First Santa Claus Parade. Now, if you want to check out the special, it is currently available on YouTube, under the channel Retrontario. Special thank you to them for finding the special. Let's bring on the Yuletide cheer! The special starts off with PJ Fresh Phil and Gideon signing off from a day of hosting, with Phil saying he is heading off to take part in a Santa Claus parade in Cambridge, Ontario. Cambridge! 1 hour from their studio in Toronto. Despite the fact that they could potentially get a float in Toronto, which has one of the longest running Santa Claus parades in the world. One that they would eventually get the broadcasting rights to when the main broadcasters would pass it around over and over again. Then again, YTV was only 5 years into its existence, so they probably would not have been able to get a large-sized float for that parade. Gideon does not know who Santa Claus is, and Phil explains it to him.
Why are you parading with Sandy Claus?
It's Santa Claus. You know him, don't you?
No, never heard of the guy.
This could take a while.
Well, you see, Gideon, it isn't only one guy they need to know about. Be on the lookout for 3 that look oddly similar. This leads to a big old game of phone tag with the other Grogs, starting with Iffer.
Funny shows.
Oh, so that's what that monster puppet was this whole time.
Then he puts gifts under them, shouting ho ho ho.
Not word, honest. Iffer told me exactly what Phil said.
I can't believe it. What kind of nut delivers garden tools in winter?
All right then. Thank you for calling.
Afterwards, the Grogs meet in an office discussing how they want to meet Santa Claus, and what they want to give him for all of his contributions.
Or something like that. Which reminds me,
Why it!
If I want to spread peanut butter on my body and dance, that's my business.
With Rosencrantz creating the plan. They start by planning a diversion with Sorbet to get into the van that Phil was driving.
Oh, please, it helps. Okay, let me have a look in this eye. I'm sorry, I don't see a thing, Sorbet.
It's okay, they're gone. I mean, it's gone.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say she was up to something.
The Grogs arrive in Cambridge, and they lose all aspect of stealth.
Surprise.
What are you guys doing here?
Well, we wanted to meet Santa Claus and see the parade.
That's really nice of you guys, but you know, you really shouldn't have done this.
I told him it was a harebrained idea.
You see what you've made me do? You've made me agree with Warren.
Every word you just spoke has made me violently angry. Oh, great! Now I'm agreeing with Sal! Look what you made me do!
Once they get into the city, they basically go shopping and just hang out with the town citizens, with Warren at a diner, Sorbet at a hair salon, and Filth at an antique store.
My mother could see me now.
With a few times asking kids where they can find Santa.
You want a Barbie, okay, and what would you give him if you gave him a present?
Cookies and milk.
Nighttime had arrived, and Iffer and Rosencrantz begin doing some commentating on Cambridge Santa Claus Parade, with a segment called Jock and Talk? I have several questions. Oh hey, YTV has a float in this parade too, with Cupcake, PJ Rock and Shan, Jen, and Phil. Phil catches up with Iffer and Rosencrantz to commentate the rest of the parade, including the possible tragedy of a balloon.
Diving for it! Quick, look out! Oh, no!
He's taking the ground!
Oh, no! The horror! The horror!
Never thought I would see a balloon like the ones at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade up here. Finally, they see Santa Claus on the final float.
Santa! Santa! Back to Santa! What are we gonna do? Santa! Quick! Find something to throw at him! Santa!
I don't know, guys. Come on,
Man.
But he didn't stop for the Grogs, which leads them to disappointment.
Not too late, you didn't miss a thing. Santa never stopped.
Maybe he's not the generous man we thought he was.
Disappointed!
However, Warren tells them that Santa is close by. But the others have their doubts. This is Warren we are talking about. The Oscar the Grouch of the Grogs. He'd probably be the only one that'd be making up stuff like this.
I hate Christmas.
However, he was right.
Now, doesn't it feel good to do something nice for a change?
Well, I've got to honestly say, I hate it.
They find Santa to their amazement, and just gaze at him for a good minute.
Merry, Merry Christmas this year for all my little friends. I love this. Oh, it's so much fun. And reindeer are going to be glad too. They love taking things to Jimmy and Charlie, Everton, Danny, and all my friends. Oh.
And gives their gifts to him off camera. And that's where the special ends. So, what have the Grogs done since then? On New Year's Day 1994, Warren took over YTV, dubbing it WTV. It was up to the PJs and the rest of the Grogs to get YTV back on the air. But behind the scenes, it came at a cost. The Grogs' time on the channel was up. They tried to capture lightning in a bottle with the success of YTV's Festival of Friends, but the Grogs couldn't really do it on their own. But with this change, it paved the way for new puppet helpers, including Snit from the Zone and Snit Station, and the Fuzzpaws. The Grogs were a good starting point for the puppet helper lineage. The Grogs walked so that the Fuzzpaws could run. Would you look at that? It snowed here! You know, with all the chaos and madness that has been going on during this year, it's pretty fitting that Christmas would be the same just like in years ago. From all of us at the YTV Retrospective, we would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas happy holidays, and a happy new year. When we come back, we may need to travel a bit more north from here. Not to a province, but to a territory. To a small town called Up Your Muckluck.
Next time on the YTV Retrospective.
Check this out.